Abhaicharanarvi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON BBT founder Acharya's Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Anand Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki Namacharya Srila Dattatu ki Jai Shri Radhe Shyam Sundar ki Jai Shri Radha Sundar Bhagwan ki Shri Gaunitai ki Jai and all glories to separate devotees Hare Krishna, all glories to separate devotees Hare Krishna, all glories to separate devotees Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayana Namaskritya.
Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtapraya Sabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Canto entitled The Samabhonam, Chapter 84, Chapter 85, Chapter entitled Lord Krishna Instruct Vasudeva. Today's verse is verse number 14. So please repeat after me. Tasman nasanti ami bhava Yarhi tvai vikalpitaha Tvam chameshu bhakareshu Hiya anayadavya vaharikaha Hiya anyadavya vikarika Tasman nasanti ami bhava Yarhi tvai vikalpitaha Tvam chameshu vikareshu Hiya anyada vyadvikarikaha Ya anya davya vikarikaha Tasman nasanti ami bhava Yarhi tvai vikalpitaha Tvam chameshu vikareshu Ya anya davya viharika
Tasman nasanti ami bhava Yarhi tvai vikalpitaha
Tvam chameshu vikareshu Ya anyada vyavaharika Tasman nasanti bhava Yarhi tvai vikalpitaha Tvam chameshu vikareshu Ya anyadavya तस्मान्न संत्यमी भावा यही त्वयि विकल्पिता त्वं चामीषु विकारेषु तस्मान्न संत्यमी भावा यही त्वयि विकल्पिता त्वं चामीषु विकारेषु या अन्यथा व्याविहारिका. Word-to-word translation, please repeat after me. Tasmat, therefore, na, not, santi, exist, ami, these, bhava, entities, yarhi, when, twayi, within you, vikalpitaha, arranged, tvam, you, cha, also, amishu, within these, vikareshu, products of creation, he, indeed, anyada, at any other time, avyaviharika, non-material. Translation and purport by the followers of His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thus these created entities, transformations of material nature, do not exist except when material nature manifests them within you, at which time you also manifest within them. But aside from such periods of creation, you stand alone as the transcendental reality. Please repeat after me. Thus these created entities, transformations of material nature, do not exist except when material nature manifests them within you, at which time you also manifest within them. But aside from such periods of creation, you stand alone as the transcendental reality. Therefore, when the universe is wound up at the time of its periodic annihilation, all the inert objects and bodies of living beings that hitherto were manifested by the Lord's Maya become disconnected from His sight. Then, since He maintains no association with them during the period of universal dissolution, they in fact no longer exist. In other words, material manifestations have real functioning existence only when the Lord turns His attention to the creation and maintenance of the material cosmos. The Lord is never within these objects in any material sense. The Lord is never within these objects in any material sense, but He does mercifully pervade them all as the impersonal Brahman. And as the Paramatma, He enters within every atom and also accompanies the Jiva souls in their individual embodiments. As the Lord describes in His own words in verses of Bhagavad Gita 9.4 and 5, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyaktam murtina mat sthani sarva bhutani na chaham tashe avastita na cha mat sthani bhutani pasya mane yogam aishwaram bhuta bhan na cha bhutaspho mahatma bhuta bhavana. By me, in my unmanifest form, the entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागरा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवन साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णा चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सागरा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितमश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone for coming to this morning's Bhagavatam class. So we are still continuing with the pastimes of the Lord in Kurukshetra, where everybody has assembled, all the Rajas, Maharajas and their subjects from all over the world at that time. We could say all over India for now. They have all assembled together because of the auspicious time for a solar eclipse, which was considered very auspicious. Otherwise, normally solar eclipses are not considered auspicious. So here we are reading that yes, most of the kings and their subjects, they all came. They did attend the auspicious time, but it is now all over 3 months now that all these devotees have been based there in Kurukshetra. So now what is happening is that slowly and slowly everybody is going back to their place, and we can see here that after all the kings came, then also we had Devatas, demigods coming, and we also have the Maija sages coming as well. In the last chapter we read, all the sages were giving their advice to all the kings and everybody who was present there. And as I mentioned yesterday, when we go to places of we could call auspicious places or places of worship, or the places of in Hindi we call it, we go to Tirtha Yatra, any Tirtha Dham or any Dham Yatra. When we go to such dhams, we go there, most of the people think that yes, going to the dham, taking a bath, and then we are all done, as I mentioned yesterday. But no, all our acharyas tell us that the purpose of going to such places is to find association of elevated devotees who are always present there. All these elevated devotees also come during such auspicious times, and their purpose of coming is to enlighten all those who come there. And their purpose of coming is to enlighten fallen souls like ourselves. So the purpose of us going there, and some of the dhams which exist there permanently, like Vrindavan Dham, Mayapur Dham, we know that in other dhams as well, Ganga Tat, and so many places, they are always elevated devotees based there, and their main purpose of living there is to meet fallen souls like ourselves and to enlighten people like us into going back home to Krishna. They enlighten us about purpose of human life. You know, the purpose of human life is to make the travel back home, back to Golok Vrindavan. This is considered to be the bridge. The human birth is considered to be the bridge between the 14 planetary systems. It is called the material world. Between the material world and the spiritual world, which is Vaikuntha. So this body, this human body, is considered to be the bridge. And we know that even the demigods long for this human birth. Even the demigods, because we know in those heavenly planets, because of so many situations or such situations there and so many objects of sense gratification present there that nobody considers about going back home, back to God, and they are all busy enjoying their senses there. As we know, everything is present there. That is why the people, those people who are trapped in the karmic world, what do? They do good karma, and then they end up in heavenly planets. And their main purpose of doing good karma is to get good, good gati in this within 14 planetary systems. They don't want param gati to go back home to Krishna. They're doing good deeds too, and even when they come to pray to Krishna, what do they ask for? They don't ask for Krishna bhakti. Then majority of us who come here, we ask for all kinds of material opulences, material comforts. And Krishna is going to give them because He is our Father, isn't it? Whatever we ask Him, He is going to give us. If you ask Him for material comforts, He is going to give it to us. And if we ask for what we are supposed to ask Krishna, it's like pardon me, it's like there was this lady, she went to cut sandalwood in the forest. She went to cut sandalwood in the forest, and then she was busy cutting sandalwood, and she made a big bunch of sandalwood. So she wanted to carry it back home. But when she finished cutting it, when she tied it up into bundle, and then she realized it's very heavy. And then she said, "Oh God, please help me carry this bundle of sandalwood back home." And then God appeared in front of her. And then God asked her, "What do you want?" And she said, "Hey, can you lift this and put it on my shoulder so that I can carry it back home?" So isn't it funny? The Lord comes in front of you, and it's so rare. It's considered finding one drop in the whole ocean, and you found that. One pearl, one biggest of the pearls of the whole ocean, you found it that particular day, and you considered that to be stone, and you asked us to just something of that sort, that which is not of any value. You just take it home and consider it to be like any other stone. So Lord came in front of her. Instead of asking, "Please get me out of this material condition of life and take me back home," she is asking me, "Please help me carry this sandalwood back home." So that is considered to be the epitome of ignorance, isn't it? That is considered ignorance. We come here, we take all our time from home, we come here in front of Krishna. Krishna is already, Prabhupada said, that whether you ask Him or you don't ask Him, He is going to give you material comforts, and then you will also get your share of distress, isn't it? You can't just get rid of it. You are going to get both. But Krishna says, when you come in, when you pray to Krishna, why ask for daily bread? Is the end praying for Krishna to give the stomach full of food, or is the elephant which eats tons and tons of grass, is he coming and asking for Krishna, "Please give me my daily food"? No, they all get it. It's made in this material world. Everybody is going to be fed. That is Krishna's responsibility. Krishna is looking after everyone. He's given us the means of earning our lives. But to come and ask Krishna for that is considered to be mode of ignorance. It's like, not really mode of ignorance, but it's considered ignorance. So, the idea of coming to Krishna and idea of asking Krishna for anything is just one thing, and that is bhakti, isn't it? Krishna bhakti. We are fallen into this material world. We have been here for numerous years. We have gone through 84 lakh yoni, 8.4 million species of life for so many times. So many times we have done that over and over. As we just read that it is said that when the creation happens, we may have been there since previous creation. And when creation happens, what happens is we get our body according to our karma. But before that, what happens? From previous creation, we had taken rest in the Lord. Because after dissolution, the whole annihilation, the pralaya, what happens is every body goes back, as I mentioned yesterday, goes back into Pradhana, inside the Mahavishnu form of the Lord. And we remain there for very long time. That is another, like one day of Brahma. One day of Brahma and one night of Brahma. The creation happens and the annihilation happens, isn't it? One day of Brahma is 1,000 Chaturyuga, 1,000 Mahayuga. And Mahayuga, one Mahayuga is 4.32 million years. And multiply that by 1,000. You know, in that 1,000 Chaturyugas, in that one Chaturyuga is also called Mahayuga. In that 1,000 Mahayuga, we have taken so many births within the 84 lakh yoni, isn't it? Within the 84 lakh species. And then because we never asked Krishna that please take me back home, Krishna has sent us here just because we wanted to come here. So now Krishna is waiting there. Even he comes to this material world. He comes to this material world to show us, yes, this is Vrindavan. Pardon me. And this is how I do my pastimes back home. So he does the same pastimes here. He takes all the cowhead boys, plays with them whole day while grazing cows, and then he is looking after the cows and calves, and then he kills all the demons, whoever trying to attack him, And then what he does is, he comes back at home in the night, all the adults are around Krishna, they are all enjoying, even looking at Krishna is so enjoyable, you know, even looking at Krishna. It's like it's a feast to the eyes, it is said. Just seeing Krishna is feast to the eyes. And those who see Krishna, they neither feel hungry nor thirsty. They can see Krishna for years and years, lifetime and lifetime. They neither feel sad nor happy. They are always jubilant because it's a feast, isn't it? Feast to the eyes. And that feast to the eyes gives happiness to the heart, just like being back home in Golok Vrindavan. So Krishna comes to give us that reflection of what is to expect in Golok Vrindavan. He has come here to give us that reflection. He shows that what is it like to be in his association. So everybody in Vrindavan is enjoying day and night. Even in night, the gopis who have been waiting for Krishna to come in the evening, some of them have picked the best flowers and made the best garland. Some of them have taken itra, the scent from the flowers. They extracted scent from the flowers and said, okay, when Krishna comes tonight, I will massage his feet because he's been working in the bush and he must have been hurt. You know, Krishna's lotus feet is so soft, so soft and in the common, isn't it? And if it placed on top of any pebbles, it hurts Krishna. So all these Brajvasis, they continue to think about Krishna whole day. The mothers and the adults, they try to make the best makhan during the day. Oh, Krishna will come in the evening, I'll feed Krishna. And I'll feed Krishna with this. And then what Krishna does, Krishna, before they are just thinking of feeding, Krishna comes and steals it. Isn't it? Krishna comes and steals it. And they consider, they show that, oh, they are very angry. But within them, they are very satisfied. Oh, I made Krishna this mark and now he has come and taken it himself. He loves us so much. So that love and that exchanges which happen between the devotees and the Lord himself is very, very satisfying. We can't quantify that in material terms, you know, that how much enjoyment is there in serving the Lord. Similarly, in this material world, the Lord has given us the same or similar sort of arrangements, isn't it? Look at Prabhupada. He has made so many temples all over the world. And look at, you know, his followers like us and all the others in the GBC. Everybody has made same arrangements here. Now Krishna is here, Radha is here, isn't it? So we can be enjoying the same bliss here. You know, Sat Chit Ananda is our state. If we go inside us, you know, and look inside us, and we are able to realize who we actually are, then we are going to relish that relationship with Krishna. Whenever we meet him, whenever we see him, whether we are inside or outside, or whenever we are trying to bow, what shall I take to temple today? You know, and we are thinking of that. Oh, what shall I do in the temple today? Oh, I'll clean this. You know, Krishna will see all that. When we are cleaning the temple, Krishna is watching all that. Oh my God, look at my devotees, they are working so hard. You know, they are so hard for me. Krishna is realizing, it's only us who are not realizing. We downplay it. We do seva and then we don't think of Krishna. We just take it as a task, isn't it? We take it as a task. Oh, I have to do Rajbhog cooking today. Oh, I have to do Rajbhog, offering today. We take it as a task. But if we take it as that loving service to Krishna, then we are going to relish our life every second of the life. Even every second of the day, we are going to relish it. Similarly, we consider that when we take prasad from here, put it there, and we are saving the devotees, we take it as a task, isn't it? Oh my God, I have to carry that and then say. But no, it's on a different plane. It is on a spiritual plane. Everybody coming here is a spirit soul. Everybody coming here is a servant of Krishna. So when we are saving servant of Krishna, actually when we are chanting Krishna's name given by our gurus, the name and the Gayatri and all that given by our gurus, the whole purpose of that is to connect us back to saving Krishna, isn't it? You know, we are asking Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. By saying this, we are asking Lord, please engage me in your service. You know, and Mahaprabhu says that who we are actually, we should aspire to become servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, 100 times servant. Then our life is successful. Then we can rid all the anarthas within us. It helps us to rid ourselves from the false ego. When we consider ourselves to be most fallen servants of servants of servants. That is why Mahaprabhu says we should not aspire to be servant of Krishna. Yes, we are servants of Krishna, but we should aspire to save Krishna's devotee first. You know, in this material world. That not only gives us bhakti, it also gives us the cleansing. It helps us in our cleansing process. That yes, without humility we are not going to get bhakti, isn't it? Humility means bhakti. Humility means, yes, we are those minutest soul. What's the size of the soul? It's a 100 portion of the tip of the hair. Sorry,
10,000.
10,000. 100. Take one piece, cut it into 100 pieces, and then we take one piece again and cut that one into one. So 10,000 part of the tip of the hair. That is the size of our jiva. So if we know our real size and we compare it to who Krishna is, you know, let's see Krishna how he is manifested. Even our eyes can go to the tiniest bit of his creation. Even with the most best of the gadgets we can get, isn't it? Have we ever heard that, yes, the scientists have found that going east, they know where this creation will end? We have never heard that. Or they found the end, how far east we can go. They can never find that. Same if we west here, if someone goes west, from here it's like that many trillion kilometers. Even that you can't find it. Any direction, up, down, you know, any 8, 10 directions we know about. We can't find end to this material creation. And this material creation, scientists have been looking for planets, looking for suns. They do realize that there may be other suns out there. They do realize there may be other worlds there, other similar planets like Earths, with earthly planet, which have got living beings in there. They guess, but they have never found it, have they? They can, with the modern technology, they can go millions and trillions of light years away even. You know, can we understand what a light year is? You know, do you know what is a light year? A light year is, take light traveling from one point to the other, it takes, in 1 second, it travels 330,000 kilometers in 1 second. So 93 million miles we are away from the sun. It takes 8 minutes for a ray of sun coming from the sun to the earth. It takes 8 minutes. So 8 minutes times 60 seconds times 330, that comes to about 93 million miles. I forgot what it was in kilometers. But then this 1 second, 330 kilometers per second times how many seconds in a day? 330 times 60 seconds in a minute times 60 minutes in an hour times 24 in a day. So times 330,000, you multiply that is in a day. So in 1 year times 365, and if it's like a number of, say, it is 2 million light years away, then multiply that by 2 million. You find the years and then multiply that by 2 million light years. Even that distance they have covered with their whatever gadgets they have made these days, but still they can't find anything. They can't find any end. They can find lots of planets out there, they can find stars out there. They have already said that there may be other suns and planetary systems. They realize that this is not just universe. We are in a multiverse. There are many similar cosmic arrangements out there. We have been saying that there are many, bahut dunya, but scientists have only realized one, but now they are realizing that yes, it's not only universe, we are living in an arrangement which is multiverse. There will be other similar constellations or set of stars with planets around them, like the sun in our solar system, right? Similar systems out there. So now we can imagine how enormous this creation Krishna has created, how enormous it is. And this whole thing, when dissolution happens, this whole thing goes inside Mahavishnu. And we stay there. We stay there for, we were talking about day of Brahma, for 1 day of Brahma. So 1 day of Brahma, the manifestation is there. When Mahavishnu inhales, it goes inside and it stays there another day of Brahma. So that's 1 day and 1 night. So, and talking about Brahma's lifespan, do you know what's Brahma's lifespan? Brahma lives 100 years of his time. So 1 day we have calculated how enormous it is. Like 1 day of Brahma is 1000 Chaturyuga, isn't it? So that's 1 day, and another 1000 Chaturyugas is a night. Multiply that by 365 and then multiply that by 100 years. That is the length of Brahma's life, if we can picture that somewhere. So that is how long Brahma lives. And after that what happens is that another Brahma's time comes. So during one Brahma's, or rather 1 day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, isn't it? 14 Manus, and those 14 Manus sort of are there, divided by 1,000, like just over 70 Chaturyugas is the time of one of the Manus. So total 14 Manus in a day of Brahma. So that is something just for general knowledge. So here we know that yes, Brahma, this whole manifestation is dissolved, it goes back into Krishna. So we have been living for a number of those Chaturyugas, a number of those day of Brahmas, and maybe even for a lifespan of Brahma even, we have been in this material world. So when we get this rare opportunity of a human form of body, what are we supposed to do? Shouldn't we get that realization that I have suffered? We have suffered so many Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, so many enormous times. Birth, death, old age and disease. We are considering ourselves as, I am now getting old, so what should I be doing? I should not leave even 1 second of opportunity to take Krishna's name, to remember Krishna, so that whatever short duration of time I have got left, I make my human form of life successful and go back home to Krishna. And if we consider that how urgent it is, consider the time frame for how long we have lived into this world, and now how much small time, even if it's a whole life, even if we are born today, we've got only 100 years of human time. Forget about Brahma's day. We've got so short time from the day we are born, even if we live 100 years to the day we die, we should not waste even 1 second. That's what Prabhupada says, that even 1 second is very, very precious while we are in this human form of life, isn't it? So we should make this life successful by doing the devotional service, by remembering Krishna all the time, and our acharyas have given us the prescription for how to remember Krishna all the time. We make our efforts, genuine efforts of chanting with full concentration, chanting the Maha Mantra with full concentration in the right atmosphere, so that we get the fruit of chanting, isn't it? And minimum is 16 rounds, as we know, but there is no maximum. We can chant whole day, so we should try to remember Krishna all day. So I'll just read the translation of the verse we have just read, so that we can reflect on the past times. Thus these created entities, transformations of material nature, do not exist except when material nature manifests them within you, at which time you also manifest within them, but aside from such periods of creation, you stand alone as the transcendental reality. Yeah, so we know Krishna is never alone. Krishna has always got someone around him, but he is totally detached from everything. That's what our understanding should be. He is totally detached, yes, yet as our Father, he is always thinking of us. Isn't it? It's achinta. We can't, it's very hard for us to picture, Krishna. It's achinta. We were talking about that word yesterday. But yes, whatever is written, whatever is prescription given by our acharyas, that is what we need to follow and understand. Okay, so we'll conclude the class here. Anybody has any questions? Any point of discussion at least? We still got a few minutes. Yes.
Like Achinta, like Krishna is Achinta, and the Mayavadis or somebody, they say that Nirguna. What is the difference between Nirguna and Achinta?
Yes. Nirguna means that he doesn't have any form. We believe in Krishna's form, isn't it? We believe in Krishna's form as Krishna, baby Krishna, or adult Krishna, whatever. That Krishna is either in Kishore Avastha or he is in baby, whatever form we can from. But he doesn't get old. After 16, he doesn't get any older than that. So we can picture that Krishna that is considered to be the Supreme Lord. That is his supreme state. But as it is said, Purnamada Purnmadam Purnatu Purnmadakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishtade. In any form, even if he comes as Vamanadev, he is still complete. Whatever form he takes, even if he takes in the fish form, when he comes, or in Kurma form, whatever form he comes in, he is complete. He doesn't say that I'm half God here. He is complete Lord. So in whatever form, but the Supreme is considered that state where Krishna is in his Krishna form, isn't it? In Golok Vrindavan. So that we need to picture that, yes, that is Krishna in the Supreme reality, in the Supreme form, absolute truth. But within that absolute truth, there are other absolute truth. They are all absolute. Okay? But that is where this word Achinta comes from. He is always complete in whatever form he comes. But the other word you said was Nirguna. So Nirgun, people consider that yes, Krishna does not have a form. That is Nirgun. A Nirgun form, they consider Krishna either to be as a light, the Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is also considered, it's also some sort of gun there, but still it's considered Nirguna. Right? The light is considered as Nirguna. So if Krishna is considered Nirguna and we are picturing Krishna as just the light, then we have to understand where is that light coming from. Our acharyas tell us that why is it that the personality who makes everything manifest in so many different beautiful forms, why would he not be in a beautiful form himself? So the most elevated form of Krishna is Krishna, the Lord is Krishna, or the absolute truth is Krishna, or Krishna is absolute truth, you could say it both ways. But all the other forms are considered to be subservient, or we could consider that to be like expansions, isn't it? Those are expansions of the Lord. All other forms. Even the Brahma Jyoti form, that is not the supreme form of the Lord. Brahma Jyoti form is, we consider that to be, the Jyoti comes from the Jyoti, what's that? Jyotishwar, isn't it? Jyoti comes from? Jyotishwar, yeah. Like the sun's rays comes from the sun. Similarly, Jyoti comes from Jyotishwar. The Jyotishwar is Krishna. The source of that Jyoti is Krishna. You can also add, Prabhu. Yeah, yes. If that makes sense. So you want to say something else, please? I'm also learning.
But that is also like Krishna is known also, he is known as a Shaguna, means he is having the qualities.
Yep.
Like he is only 64 or 60? 64. And Nirguna means one who is not having any qualities.
So, but what we should consider Nirguna means?
What we consider?
What we should consider as what is the nirguna means. What we should consider that Krishna is having guna or nirguna, having qualities or not.
Yeah, Krishna has 64 qualities, as you mentioned yourself. So Supreme Lord, as it is said that having those qualities is also like opulence, isn't it? Qualities are opulences. Like Krishna is all beautiful, that is an opulence. How come the one who gives quality to everything else doesn't have a quality himself? He's got all the opulences. He is the best singer, he is the best flute player, and you name it. He's the best artist in any sort of artist. Whatever we can picture to be the best in this material world is maybe billions of times better than that. So how come the one who gives quality to everybody else doesn't have a quality in himself? Yeah, but that's Mayavad, isn't it? That's Mayavad. Mayavad, as Prabhupada says, or even Mahaprabhu says, that we should stay away from Mayavad. You'd rather be atheist than Mayavad. That's what Mahaprabhu says. Why would we consider Lord to be, we call him so insignificant, but why would we consider him to be insignificant means very, very small as well? He's so significant that
his quality is
unlimited.
beyond our understanding.
Yeah? He's got all sorts of qualities which we cannot even picture in our small minds. Yes, any other question? Any other suggestion? Comments? Louder.
Prabhupada always say, if there is a creation, there will be a creator.
Yes, absolutely.
Like there is a picture, so obviously painting, there is a painter as well. So how can we say that there is so many like planets, everything? There must be, there is not creator. Everything falls so perfectly. How is it possible? It's not possible without any person.
No, he's telling that Krishna or the Supreme Lord, as Mayavadas think that he is in Nirgun form, like Brahma Jyoti or other Nirgun form which we can think of. So Krishna is both Sagun and also Nirgun. Nirgun means energy as well. As we read yesterday, isn't it? Krishna is even in all the atoms, right? The smallest speck of the material thing which we can picture is an atom. And in that atom, when we look microscopically, it's got protons, neutrons and electrons. That is, even that small bit of material particle is not static. Within that, electrons are moving. Within that small particle, so who is causing that movement? That's Krishna. That even movement of electrons is caused by Krishna's energy. Makes sense? Yeah. So the smallest portion of, say, of that iron, you pick it up, smallest, one atom of iron, one atom of whatever other material. And it's made of protons, neutrons, electrons. And that electron is moving around the proton, just like the earth is moving around the sun, if you can picture that. So where does that energy come from? That energy is, all energy is coming from Krishna. And then in living entities, he is within us as Paramatma. So Krishna is everywhere. His energy is everywhere. He is in his form as Paramatma in every living entity. Yes.
But the people like to believe that Krishna is just an energy. So gradually this is just like a elementary knowledge they have. But
Yes.
gradually also they will know what is the Paramatma or Brahman, there are three aspects. So they will come to that.
It can come, Mataji, but some people.
But yeah, that is you are taking a very long process.
Yeah, it can be, but some people are so stuck to that idea, Mataji. That's the danger. That is why Mahaprabhu says that even atheists will come to Krishna sooner than those people, those who have that Mayavad philosophy in their heads. That sort of becomes offensive if we consider Krishna to be less than anything else. Okay. All right. Anybody else? So we'll conclude the class, yeah? Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Hari Bol.
Thank you everybody.
Thank you for giving us class.